Welcome, battle enthusiasts, to the ultimate crossover clash. Today, we pit two of fiction's most formidable and cunning prodigies against each other: Princess Azula, empowered by Sozin's Comet, from Avatar, The Last Airbender, and the legendary Uchiha prodigy, Itachi Uchiha, from Naruto. This isn't just a fight, it's a strategic masterpiece, a dance of destruction, where every move, every thought, could mean victory or defeat. Who will emerge triumphant in this epic 1v1? Let's break down the battle. Our arena is a desolate, rocky landscape under a blood-red sky, illuminated by the distant, ominous glow of Sozin's Comet. The air crackles with anticipation. Azula stands poised, her blue flames dancing around her fingertips, a smirk playing on her lips. The comet's power surges through her, amplifying her bending to unprecedented levels. Across from her, Itachi Uchiha, cloaked in the Akatsuki uniform, his Sharingan already active, calmly assesses his opponent. His eyes, crimson with three tomo, betray no emotion, only sharp calculation. The battle begins with Azula making the first move. A torrent of superheated blue fire erupts from her hands, faster and more intense than anything she's ever produced. The flames scorch the earth, leaving a trail of molten rock. Itachi, however, is not caught off guard. With a blur of motion, he weaves a series of hand signs. He vanishes in a puff of smoke, reappearing moments later on a higher rock formation, narrowly dodging the inferno. This initial exchange establishes the speed and destructive power Azula brings to the table. And Itachi's unparalleled evasive skills and tactical awareness, Azula, unfazed, unleashes a barrage of fire whips and crescent kicks, each strike imbued with the comet's fury. Her movements are fluid, almost dance-like, yet brutally efficient. Itachi responds with a flurry of kunai and shuriken, laced with chakra, aiming for pressure points and vital areas. Azula deflects them with precise bursts of fire, creating a defensive barrier of heat. She then charges, closing the distance with terrifying speed, attempting to overwhelm Itachi with close-quarters firebending. Her agility, combined with the raw power of her flames, makes her a terrifying force. As Azula closes in, Itachi activates his Mangekyo Sharingan. The world around them seems to distort as Azula suddenly finds herself trapped in a genjutsu, the Tsukuyomi. In this illusionary world, time and space are manipulated by Itachi's will. Azula is subjected to hours, perhaps days, of torment, her mind assaulted by visions of failure and betrayal, all within a mere fraction of a second in the real world. This is Itachi's signature technique, designed to break an opponent's spirit. However, Azula's mental fortitude, honed by years of ruthless ambition and a touch of madness, proves surprisingly resilient. While she feels the crushing weight of the illusion, her sheer willpower and the raw, primal energy of the comet within her provide a flicker of resistance. She screams, a primal roar that echoes even in the illusionary space, and with a surge of blue fire, she manages to disrupt the genjutsu, albeit briefly. She stumbles back in the real world, disoriented but not broken, a testament to her extraordinary mental resilience. This is a critical moment, as few can escape Tsukuyomi. Itachi, surprised by her partial resistance, doesn't hesitate. He unleashes Amaterasu, the black flames of hell, from his Mangekyo Sharingan. These inextinguishable flames erupt from his eye, targeting Azula. The Amaterasu is relentless, burning everything in its path, even fire itself. Azula, reacting instinctively, creates a massive wall of blue fire, attempting to block the black flames. The clash of blue and black fire creates a blinding explosion of light and heat, momentarily obscuring both combatants. When the smoke clears, Azula is seen rolling, her clothes singed, a look of genuine shock on her face. The Amaterasu is a threat unlike any she has ever faced. She realizes that direct confrontation with these black flames is suicide. Her strategy shifts. She begins to move erratically, using her lightning generation. She charges up a bolt of pure, concentrated lightning, aiming for Itachi. The comet's power makes her lightning faster and more potent than ever before. Itachi, however, is already anticipating her move. He activates his Susanoo, a colossal, ethereal warrior made of chakra, manifesting as a skeletal ribcage around him. The lightning bolt strikes the Susanoo, dissipating harmlessly against its chakra defense. Azula's eyes widen. This is a power she cannot comprehend, a defense seemingly impenetrable. She unleashes multiple lightning bolts, trying to find a weakness, but the Susanoo holds firm. Realizing her direct attacks are failing, Azula changes tactics again. She begins to manipulate the environment, using her firebending to melt and reshape the rocky terrain, creating obstacles and distractions. She launches herself into the air, using fire jets from her feet, becoming a blur of blue light. From above, she rains down a volley of explosive fireballs, forcing Itachi to maneuver his Susanoo, revealing its slower movement compared to his own agility. Itachi, inside his Susanoo, remains calm. He uses his Sharingan to predict Azula's movements, even as she flies through the air. He extends a chakra arm from his Susanoo, wielding the Yata Mirror, a spiritual shield said to reflect all attacks, and the Sword of Totsuka, a spiritual blade capable of sealing anything it pierces into an eternal genjutsu. Azula's fireballs are absorbed or deflected by the Yata Mirror, rendering her ranged attacks ineffective. The battle becomes a deadly game of cat and mouse. Azula, with her enhanced speed and flight, tries to outmaneuver the Susanoo, looking for an opening. She attempts to strike at Itachi directly, aiming for the gaps in the Susanoo's defense. She unleashes a powerful, focused lightning bolt, trying to pierce through the Susanoo's head, but Itachi's quick reflexes allow him to shift the Yata Mirror, blocking the attack once more. Itachi, seeing an opportunity, uses the Susanoo's immense power. He charges the Sword of Totsuka, extending it towards Azula. The spiritual blade moves with surprising speed. Azula, exhausted from her relentless assault and the mental strain of the earlier genjutsu, is caught off guard. She tries to dodge, but the blade grazes her side, and a strange, ethereal energy begins to pull her in. She struggles, unleashing a final, desperate burst of blue fire, but it's too late. The Sword of Totsuka begins to seal her. As Azula's form starts to fade, her eyes, filled with a mixture of rage and disbelief, lock onto Itachi's. She lets out a final, frustrated scream as she is completely absorbed into the spiritual realm of the Totsuka blade, sealed away forever. Itachi's Susanoo slowly dissipates, leaving him standing alone, his Mangekyo Sharingan still active, but his expression as stoic as ever. The victor is clear, Itachi Uchiha. While Azula's raw power, especially under the Comet's influence, and her tactical brilliance were formidable, Itachi's arsenal of Mangekyo Sharingan abilities proved to be the ultimate counter. His genjutsu, though briefly resisted, disoriented her. His Amaterasu forced her to abandon direct fire attacks. And ultimately, the impenetrable defense of the Yata Mirror combined with the sealing power of the Sword of Totsuka within his Susanoo provided an inescapable end. It was a battle of elemental fury against spiritual mastery, and in the end, the Uchiha prodigy's strategic depth and unique abilities secured his victory.